Have you ever seen two people whose connection feels so powerful, so undeniable, that even the cameras can't look away? That's exactly what happens every time Xian and Yang Zi share the stage. Their eyes tell a story that words never could, and today on News Star Xian, we'll uncover the secret behind the Bond fans around the world can't stop talking about.
Welcome back to News Star CN, your trusted window into the lives of China's brightest star.
From Hollywood to Seoul, from Tokyo to Paris, audiences everywhere are captivated by Xian and Yang Zi. But what is it about these two that keeps people replaying every glance, every laugh, and every subtle touch? Today, we go beyond the headlines to explore a connection that feels both timeless and incredibly real. There are moments in the world of entertainment when the connection between two people feels so genuine, so unforced, that it transcends the screen. This is exactly what captivates audiences whenever Xian and Yang Zi appear together. Their bond cannot be measured by scripted lines or rehearsed gestures, because it exists in the space between words, in the unspoken rhythm that ties them together. What fascinates millions is not a dramatic declaration, but the quiet ease that surrounds them, the way they seem to fall into harmony without even trying. When Yang Zi laughs at Xian's understated humor, it is not the laughter of an actress performing for the cameras. It is light, unguarded, the kind of sound that ripples out and makes even the most ordinary moment unforgettable. In those seconds, the audience feels that they are witnessing something real, something that cannot be fabricated by the most skilled director. Xian, in turn, is often caught glancing toward Yang Zi when she speaks. There is a softness in his eyes, a warmth that suggests more than simple attentiveness. It is as if he is tuned to her presence, drawn into her orbit no matter how crowded the room may be. This effortless chemistry becomes a language of its own. A subtle tilt of the head, a smile that lingers just a little longer than expected, the way one seems to relax as soon as the other enters the frame, all these details weave together into a story that no scriptwriter could design. For fans, these fragments are irresistible because they carry the weight of authenticity. In a world where image is carefully polished, Xian and Yang Zi's natural ease with each other feels rare, almost like a hidden treasure that the cameras are lucky enough to capture. What makes their connection so powerful is not that it shouts for attention, but that it whispers. It is in the silence, in the unguarded glances and the shared comfort, that their bond comes alive. That is why viewers across the world replay these fleeting moments again and again. They are not just watching two celebrities, they are witnessing the beauty of human connection at its most simple and profound. And in that simplicity lies a truth that audiences everywhere can feel, that sometimes, the most powerful relationships are the ones that need no words at all. In the glittering world of show business, where every step is choreographed and every smile can be rehearsed, authenticity is rare. Yet it is precisely this rarity that makes the moments between Xian and Yang Zi so treasured by their fans. Their connection seems to shine brightest not on the red carpet or under the flashing lights of the stage, but in the unscripted fragments that slip through the cracks of performance. It is in these small, unplanned interactions that the truth of their bond becomes undeniable. Perhaps it is the way Yang Zi instinctively adjusts Xian's jacket before an event begins, not out of obligation but out of quiet care. Or the way Xian, standing in a crowded room, subtly creates space so that she feels comfortable, unnoticed by most but unmistakable to the watchful eyes of the camera. These details might seem insignificant, yet when placed against the backdrop of an industry obsessed with image, they take on extraordinary weight. They remind the audience that what is genuine does not need to be announced. It simply exists, quietly but powerfully. What makes these authentic moments so compelling is not just their spontaneity but the emotions they evoke. When fans watch Yang Zi's laughter spilling out unrestrained, or see the softness in Xian's expression as he listens to her, they feel included in something deeply human. It becomes less about celebrity and more about the universal longing for connection. These glimpses tell stories more profound than any scripted drama, stories of respect, of comfort, of an ease that can only be born from sincerity. The spotlight often seeks grand gestures, but what endures are the fragments that cannot be staged. A lingering glance, a protective gesture, a shared laugh that lights up their faces, these are the treasures audiences hold on to. They become the reason fans replay clips, share edits, and discuss endlessly online, because in those fleeting seconds they see a kind of intimacy that feels rare in the public world of fame. In the end, it is not the grandeur of the spotlight but the quiet magic behind it that defines Xian and Yang Zi's connection. Their authentic moments, however small, outshine the most dazzling performance, because they belong not to the script but to the heart. In every enduring relationship, whether in friendship or something deeper, respect is the invisible thread that holds it together. For Xian and Yang Zi, this respect is not a hollow gesture or a convenient phrase for interviews. It is something that radiates through their every interaction. They have built a bond that extends beyond the glamour of their profession, and at its core lies a recognition of each other's dedication, struggles, and growth. This is what makes their connection so profound and so moving to those who watch from afar. When Xian speaks of Yang Zi, there is admiration in his tone, not for her fame or her popularity, but for her relentless commitment to her craft. He has often acknowledged her ability to carry roles with depth and sincerity, and his words reflect not just professional courtesy but genuine appreciation. Yang Zi, in turn, has praised Xian's calm presence and the thoughtfulness that guides his work. She values his steadiness in an industry that can so easily sweep people away, and she never hesitates to highlight the strength of his character. These mutual affirmations are not rehearsed soundbites. They are reflections of a partnership rooted in trust. But respect is not only about words. It is seen in the way they listen to one another, in how they create space for each other to shine. On set, Yang Zi's playful energy brings warmth to the atmosphere, while Xian's quiet discipline steadies the team. Together, they balance each other out, as if each instinctively understands what the other needs. Over the years, this dynamic has allowed both of them to grow, not just as actors, but as individuals. They have become each other's mirror, reflecting strengths and offering guidance in moments of uncertainty. For the audience, witnessing this kind of growth is deeply inspiring. It shows that even under the pressures of fame, where competition is fierce and egos can clash, two people can uplift one another instead of pulling each other down. Their bond proves that success does not have to be solitary. It can be shared, nurtured, and strengthened by genuine support. This foundation of respect and growth is what makes their relationship so compelling, because it suggests a partnership built not on fleeting attraction, but on something far more enduring, the belief in each other's journey and the quiet joy of walking that path side by side. The beauty of mystery, more than friends? Are they just colleagues?
Close friends? Something more?
They never confirm, yet never deny. And perhaps that's why the world is captivated. This beautiful uncertainty keeps the story alive, sparking discussions in cafes in Tokyo, group chats in Seoul, and forums across Europe. The unsolved puzzle is part of the magic. A global fan phenomenon. It's not just about Xian and Yang Zi, it's about what they represent. Fan art in France paints them as modern-day soulmates. Edits from Indonesia turn their shared glances into love stories. In the US, fans compare them to the golden screen couples of old Hollywood. Their connection has become a canvas on which millions project their own hopes and dreams.
6. Inspiration beyond fame.
What makes their story timeless is not gossip, but the values it reflects. Kindness in the way they care for each other. Laughter that feels unforced, reminding us joy can be simple. Resilience when facing rumors, showing the world that grace is louder than scandal. Through them, we are reminded that the most meaningful bonds aren't about status or spotlight, they're about authenticity. So, what's the secret their eyes couldn't hide? Perhaps it's that rare blend of respect, joy, and vulnerability, the kind of bond that feels both extraordinary and relatable. The world may never know the full truth behind Xian and Yang Zi, but maybe that's the point.
The mystery keeps us watching.
The warmth keeps us believing. Thank you for joining us on this journey into one of entertainment's most captivating partnerships. If you felt the magic today, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to News Star CN. Your support means the world to us, and who knows, your comment might inspire our next feature. Stay tuned, because the story is far from over.